Hello! Hi Amazon! Welcome everybody. My name is Lisbel and I am here today because I want to show you some of the new finds for July from Zeagoo and Pinspark. You know, these are two of my favorite brands and I know that for everything that I need, I can find something that they have. And I want to start by saying a big thank you to Zeagoo and Pinspark for providing the pieces that I'm gonna be showing you guys today. I'm gonna show you some things that are gonna be great for that transition between summer and fall, and of course I'm gonna just show you the pieces that you really need now during the summer, because you know this is the time to be wearing them, and you know what are we waiting for. All right, so if you've never been in a live stream before, just make sure that you look at your screen. You're gonna see a carousel either at the bottom of your screen or on either side of the screen, and that's what's gonna be showing you the pieces that I'm gonna be wearing. And for each time that I'm talking about something specific, it's gonna be highlighted and it's gonna look something like this. And you know that I'm gonna be talking about that particular piece. And before I start, I also, for your reference, wanna let you know that I am 5'8" and my weight is between 220 and 230 pounds. And I usually wear sizes double extra large or 16W, 18W or plus, depending on the sizing of the pieces. So that's what I needed to tell you guys before we start. Make sure that if you do have any questions, go into the chat. If you want to say hey, just go into the chat. If you want to ask me to wear something in a certain way, go into the chat. And I really am happy to have you here. Make sure that you follow me so that you always get the notifications. Remember that I come on here for live streams at least once a week, bringing you all of the new finds, and so that you know what's happening, the things that are coming out from my favorite brands, of course, and always trying to find the styles that are elegant, that are for the professional woman, that also look youthful, because I want to look youthful and I want to bring that to you guys if I find pieces that really work with me in that aspect, but also that are on the modest side, because that is just my style. So I really hope that you enjoy what I have to show you here, you guys, today. And please don't forget to make any comments that you have right here on the chat box. So let's just get started. I already highlighted it here, but I just want to point out this beautiful skirt. Now, it's a skirt because it's skirt and also a combination with like biker shorts underneath. So they are tied, to your skin, and they are attached to the skirt piece, and they provide a lot of support, and at the same time they provide protection. So for example, and I'm just, let me show you that it has pockets on both sides, so it is very convenient. They're usually made for sporting events like playing tennis or playing golf, but I really wear them for but I don't play either. Okay, not golf, not tennis. So I usually wear them for just the convenience of going to places without having to worry about just I cannot go up the stairs, I cannot go here, go there, because my son, he's a swimmer, and he's always going to his meets or his practice, and you have to go sit in the bleachers, you have to go up those bleachers, and I do want to wear my skirts and but I also want to feel like I'm protected, and that's the thing about these, they do both things. So I don't need to worry about that. If we go to the park or something, I can just easily sit on the ground, because also I am protected, the extra protection of the shorts underneath. And in the case of this one, it has 6 pockets going on. So I just want to show them to you because it is very, like I said, convenient. I'm just gonna put the top out of the way. And of course, at the same time, show you that it looks good both ways, you know, with the shirt on the outside or tucked in. So look at the white, a bit, you know, I always forget the name of this, right? The wide waistband. All right, this is a triple extra large, so I do like to go up a little bit on this because I have super wide hips. My hips are 55 inches, so this is how a 55-inch I'm sorry, hips 55 inches hips look on the 3 extra large. There's still some room in here, but again, if you don't have super wide hips, then you still can get just your regular size. I just go up because of my wide hips. And on the case of, you know, things that go close to my body, you know, if it's tight, if it's a tight fit, I definitely gonna size up if it covers my hips, unless it's a flowy fit. All right, so yeah, very comfortable in here. Notice that it has a very good solid hold. I love that about it. And in the back right here, you're gonna see that it has 2 extra pockets. Okay, and I want to show you also the coverage that it provides on the back. Okay, so, and don't forget that the shorts are right there too. Let's see if you can see them. There you go. So you have a good coverage, and you know, like I said, I'm always on the modest side, and I feel pretty comfortable with this skirt. So here's 2 right there. I already showed you the ones that are on the short part, right inside, or under the skirt part, and it also has these pockets right here on the sides that are protected by a zipper. Okay, it's 1 on each side, so that makes it up for the 6 pockets. So plenty of room. If you want to store you know, your phone, you can put it here in case you're gonna run. Nothing is gonna fall off these pockets, neither from these over here, so you have that extra protection on those pockets. All right, and the material, it is very stretchy, like I said before, but the hold is also pretty good, so it kind of gives you some shaping too, you know. And I want you to notice that beautiful design on the hem. So it makes it kind of flowy, like I said, very youthful, and I love that about it. Very playful. I think you can see it right there, hopefully. Very playful and very comfortable. Okay, now this one does have UPF 50 plus, so that is great if you're gonna use it on the outside. That is something that I really like about it too, because usually that's what I do. Like, I use them for being on the outside and, you know, in those places that usually the sun is gonna hit, so it provides that extra protection. I know, you think about clothes that have that. That's amazing. This one is 18 inches, okay? That is the length on this one. So, I mean, it is definitely short, but it is not overly short. Like, for example, that like my modest outfits definitely is something that I wear comfortably in front of other people. I don't, you know, I have no problems wearing this one. So I feel pretty confident. Of course, I think having the shorts underneath, I think that also helps with me feeling confident wearing this outside, right? Even if it's short. So it comes in many different colors. Most of them are on the darker side, but you know, there's also a white one, and there is on the lighter side, there's a light khaki and a dusty blue that are kind of on the lighter side, but there's a green jade, a gray one that is a darker gray, and purple, just navy blue, and of course the black, which is the one that I'm wearing. They are very comfortable, and the sizes are small all the way to triple extra large. This is a triple extra large, and like I said, I usually wear a double extra large, but because this is meant to be a little bit of a tighter fit on the hip area, I decided to go up a little bit, you know, one size up, but like I said, I still have some room in here to, and it does have, you know, it has a great grip. It has a great hold, you know, with your body. So that's it for this one. And just so you know, the fabric type is 82% polyester and 18% spandex, so that you know that it really has some elasticity in there. Okay, so that's for the skirt, and I wanna show you the top that I'm wearing, which is this guy right here. Let me just pull it up in here so that I can tell you exactly. Here we go. Okay, so this one comes in different designs. If you are not, you know, crazy about the stripes or about the big flowery designs, there are plenty of other styles or designs or prints to choose from. Let's see. Some of them are, yeah, some of them are solid colors too. So just notice that some of them do have a discount, a really good discount actually, but it's gonna depend on your size, and it's gonna depend on the color that you choose. So keep that in mind when you're looking at them, okay? I just highlighted it, so if you can go there, you're gonna be seeing that. And just so you know, it comes in sizes small all the way to 3 extra large, and I am wearing the 3 extra large again because this is the kind that goes over my hips. And if there's a piece that's gonna go over my hips, I want a size up for me, because again, my hip size is 55 inches, so I just need that extra room right here. And look, as you can see, it does, you know, it kind of sits over my hips, but over here it does have extra movement, which I really love. I like a little bit of the oversized look, you know, on the top area, that I've always liked that. I like that it has a little more of a plungy neckline, as you can see, and it's pretty open, so it's very cute. Look at that. Look at the design on the sleeve. So it is kind of flowy, okay? Elasticity, let me show you. So not so much, because it has the little stitch right here, so that is not allowing for it to be have that elasticity, but you can feel that elasticity on the fabric itself, if you know what I mean. Okay, so you know, like I said, it has the stripes, but there are plenty of different options for you to choose from. And one thing that I really like, and what I think it's very important to mention, is that Zeagoo pieces, they always have a very particular detail. You know, each one of them has a personality on their own, so they have this detail that is just unique. And that's one of the things that I really like about their clothing, because they always have, you know, whenever you get a piece, you're like, okay, what is the cute or the little, you know, the little design here that is special, and you're always gonna find one. So for this one, aside from the beautiful sleeves and this extra room right here on the top, that little fall, it looks very pretty. I want you to notice the ruched area right here, if you can see. So it is on both sides. The good thing about that is that, as you can see, it just stays over my hips, allowing for a little bit of extra room in here, but also, you know, it kind of conceals or plays a little bit with the illusion of concealing a belly, right? Um, and that also, you know, it is something special, right? I'm always looking for something that is gonna cover a little bit, conceal a belly, or that works well with my body. What did you guys think of this one? I really like this one, and I wanted a different fabric, you know, a different fabric design, because I usually go for the more solid colors, but every now and then, you know what I always tell you, that it's good to go through the classics, but at the same time have, you know, pieces that are trendy, pieces that are bold, so you keep your outfits refreshed, keep your closet refreshed, and make sure that you always have something, you know, that is gonna call for attention. I love that. So let me just show you the next one. The next one is this guy, and you guys love this one. So I wanted to show it to you again. So this one is, you know, just the usual, you know, that little sleeveless. Let me just look it up in here so that I can tell you about the sizing. Okay, so it comes in sizes small all the way to double extra large. This, of course, is the double extra large that I'm about to show you. Check out that neckline. Very, you know, kind of sporty, but it is ready for you to decorate it. Again, I got the color block one. I just wanted to, you know, give it a little bit of a stir to my outfits, to my closet. So that's why I decided to show you this one. And like I was telling you before, there's always something. So I want you to notice this is not your regular, you know, loose tank top, loose fit tank top. It has, look at that, it has a rounded hem, as you can see right there. Just see it. It goes so that also adds a little bit more movement right there. So I'm gonna just put it on so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so how is everybody doing? Are there any news about all the things that you bought during the Prime Deal days? Tell me about that. How was that experience this year? Yeah, I was live all this last week, and it was a lot of fun. I do enjoy it so much. I enjoy it. Because I love to show you all the beautiful things that I can find. So remember what I was telling you, that it has that rounded hem. It does help a little bit with that fit, right? It doesn't look as blocky as it would look just with a regular cami like this or tank top. All right. I like that it has plenty of room right here on the chest area, so if you need it, there's plenty of it, but at the same time it is covered right here on the side. This is what I always tell you, that I love the ones that kind of cover this area, because some of them are too open right here, and of course they have their purpose. But for me, that I'm usually looking for modest outfits, I like this. This is important to me. But look at how beautiful that fit is. It is sporty, but at the same time could be, you know, elevated. It could be definitely dressed up, and it will look great. You can wear a cardigan, like I always tell you, and it will look amazing. It will completely change the look. And I'm gonna pull it down like this so that you guys can see the coverage. Now again, I have very wide hips, so it's gonna feel kind of like in there. My hips are 55 inches, so this is what it looks like on a 55 inches hips, okay? But it has great coverage. I know that many of you, many of my followers do want the things that have that coverage, and this is it. This is it. I am the same way. Just sometimes I like to tuck them in, you know, and I know you guys too. But it depends on what you're wearing, right? Like if you wear your jeans or if you're wearing leggings, they all are gonna work great with this one. And of course, like I always tell you, I chose the color block, but this one comes in plenty of solid colors, and also some of them are florals, which they're pretty cute, and of course it's all the way to double extra large. But there are many that are just solid colors, and you even have the option of a 2-pack, which is also great because that way you can, if you, let's just say that you go to work, you go to the office, you can definitely mix and match with your cardigans at home, with your blazers, and you have plenty of outfits, you know, coming up. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this one? It can also be tucked in. This one may, well, it depends on the colors that look out, but if you keep the color right there, notice that this one looks a little bit wider. So that means that it's gonna, you know, it's gonna be great for tucking it in. So it's not gonna be looking halfway, you see that? So this one is plenty wide for you to be able to do this. So I think it was very well thought of. Yeah, so this is something that I would wear just, you know, to run some errands or anything like that. If it gets a little bit cooler at night, you can put on a very light cardigan on top, or if you do want to elevate the look, all you have to do is wear a very super thin cardigan, super breathable, so that you can complete your look all put together, but also, you know, be ready for the hot weather. All right, what do you think of this one? I really like this one. I like them all. But you know, I have, depending on the situation, I think this one looks a little bit more serious. Like I would wear this to go check up on my kid at school, or something like that. Yeah, I think it's very pretty. All right. So let me go on now to show you something a little bit more fall directed. However, it is thin and you know, breathable enough to be worn now during the hotter weather. But if you want to, you know, have that little bit more polished look with your little bit longer sleeves, then this guy is a great option for you. Let me look it up in here so you guys can start looking at it while I go change. There it is, and I can see that there's a you know, there's a deal going on right now, so maybe this would be the good time to get it. Let me just look it up in here too. But this is something that definitely can be used for this transition, okay? So let me put it on. I'll be back. Yeah, so don't forget to my followers right here on Amazon, make sure that you visit my storefront. Of course, these days we've had the you know, the Prime deal days. We had them there, and I had all of the idea lists showing you all the deals. But you know, right now I they have been removed, so you can go back to see all the styles that I know that we're gonna push down a little, or I should say a lot. So yeah, this is it. I want you to notice. Now I know you're seeing the fit. So let me just tell you that this one, don't ask me why. Okay, I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see why. Maybe that's the reason why. No, that's not the reason. Okay, so I'm not sure why. Okay, but I apparently ordered it in large. So what you're seeing here is the large. This is the large top, and I'm usually double extra large. So this is sizing down two, two sizes. You can use that information as you wish. But I love this, you know, this section right here, this color block. I think it's so pretty. And I don't know if you know about this fabric, but this is like a waffle knit. Do you see it? But it's very small. You know, the waffle knit design is very small, but notice that it has a great fit. I really like it. So I am happy that I got the large. I don't know, maybe I just looked at the I always look at the size chart, because that is very important. Take your measurements, my girls, take your measurements. That's very important, because before I used to just I am double extra large, let me just get that one. But really, truly, you need to measure, because not all companies, you know, and not all styles, and you know, not all of them are gonna have the same parameters. So that's why it's important that you measure yourselves and you read those charts that are definitely gonna tell you if you're gonna fit in there or not. Now, I mean, it is very rare that I order something using those charts and that it doesn't fit me. So to be honest with you, don't just go by your size. Always check if they have a specific chart. Just go ahead and measure yourself so that you get your size, because I know there's nothing more upsetting than ordering something that you know that as soon as it arrives you're gonna put it on. I don't know how you guys are, but whenever I get something delivered that is a clothing item, I just want to put it on. I don't care what I'm doing. I just want to put it on. So, but I do two things, okay? I ensure that this is my size by checking those measurements. And the second thing that I do is I just iron it really quickly, so that I can see the best way is gonna look on my body. Because sometimes, you know, we receive them on packages, and these are clothes that are very they're very pressed into these little packages, and you know, when they come out they're wrinkly and all of that, and you really cannot tell how good it looks, how good something is, until you cannot just get rid of those wrinkles. So it is important that you work that out, okay? Just make sure that you iron it as fast as you can, okay? Of course, always following the manufacturer's instructions so that to avoid any situations. All right, so I want to show it to you from the back. It also has that block, the color block. It has it on the back too. So it goes all the way over there. Coverage is, you know, kind of, I would say like medium coverage, because it really doesn't go all the way unless you size, maybe you wear your usual size. Because this is large, okay? I'm wearing a large, and I'm usually double extra large. So 2 size down, okay? 2 size down. Yes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why, but hey, it works out. I like it. And you know, like I said, the material is super breathable. It is that, you know, waffle knit material that is super comfy, and as you can see, it has this beautiful decoration right here. These buttons, if you're asking that, they are not functional, they are just purely ornamental. So I think it's just, I don't know, it looks a little bit you know, like military. I don't know. I don't know what you would say. It's just beautiful. I love it. And if you're worried about the room on your arm or for your arms, remember, this is a large. This is large, and I'm usually double extra large. So I would say there's a good amount of room right there, right? What do you think? All right. So this one, it can also be tucked in, of course, because it's a smaller size than I'm usually wearing. It may look even better when it's tucked in, because you know it kind of cinches my torso. So very pretty. Maybe you can wear a belt with this one, but it is beautiful. Like I said, you can wear it as a transition from, you know, the summertime and into fall. So I do think it's a great price right now that you can really manage to have something like this in that transition that can work for both. Okay, yes, I love it. One more time on the back. There you go. And remember that I am wearing a large, and I'm usually a double extra large. I cannot emphasize that enough. The color is amazing, but it does come in many different colors. There are some of them that are not. Hold on, no, I'm sorry, I wasn't seeing right. So they are all color block design, okay? But some of them have the darker color on top, a little bit of a lighter color on the bottom, a good variety. So, and yes, it comes all the way to double extra large. I just have the large. All right. So what do you guys think of this one? I think it's just so beautiful. The feel is amazing. So there's no other material on the inside. It's just that waffle knit material. Very, you know, very airish, you know, breathable, fantastic. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you this top right here. Let me look it up. And the little detail about this one is, look at the bottom of those sleeves. Super cute. You know, it is the v-neck that you guys usually love, because I know what my girls like. And it does have a little bit of that, hold on, a little bit of that roundness right on that bottom, so that makes it a little bit more flowy. So this one is double extra large. Let me go put it on so you guys can see the fit on this one. All right. Yeah, and then I'm gonna continue wearing this one just to show you the next piece, because it's gonna be, well, a beautiful jumpsuit. Yay! Okay, so with this one, now I got this color because, you know, I'm having fun with the colors that I'm choosing. But look at how beautiful it is, this green. Very cute. And I told you that rounded hemline really makes it for a little bit of more room, and it kind of goes a little bit higher on these sides over here, okay? And that gives a little bit more of a, you know, playful, maybe youthful look. Look at how cute those ruffles on those sleeves look. And like I said, it has that v-neck line, and it is stretchy. It gives you a little bit of extra fabric right here on this area, which is something that I love if you know me already. And let me show you how it looks from the back. Did you see that when I get close to the light, it looks very shiny? So that's something also that looks pretty neat, right? It's super soft, the fabric. And over here, you are not gonna have like a super stretchy elastic, because you have here just stitches, but because the fabric has some stretchiness, so it does provide a little bit more room. What do you guys think of this one? I love it. I love it because it's kind of on the shorter side, but it also gives you some coverage. You see that? It provides some coverage for both in the front and in the back. It's not super long, right? But it provides a good coverage, or let's just say a medium coverage. All right, and it can be tucked in, and it also looks great. Okay, what do you guys think of this one? I love it. The color is precious, but it comes in, let's see, a little bit more let's see how I describe more common colors, okay? And the sizes are small to double extra large. Many of them, let me see. So many of them, I will say the majority have either floral or some sort of design, but there are a few right then and there that are solid colors. Okay, there's a coral. Oh my goodness, there's a pink polka dot. Very cute. And there are paisleys, leopard, print, flowery. There's a beautiful, the blue one is beautiful. So go check them out. And also some of them have a little bit of lower price than others. So I would recommend just go through all of the ones that you like just to see, the variety. Check your size, make sure, because sometimes, sometimes different sizes have different prices too. Okay, so that's for this one. With with a skirt. But now I'm gonna show it to you the way it will look, or the way it looks, with this amazing Ekouaer jumpsuit. Oh my goodness, and that's right, I didn't say thank you to Ekouaer because we have one of their amazing jumpsuits. I love that we can use jumpsuit this time of the year. During the summer, the whole summer, they are perfect for summer, and they are also great for the fall. You can just make combinations of, the tops that you wear on the inside. You can use like, base layers with this one. You can wear a cardigan on top of it. You can wear maybe one of like button up, button down tops, shirts on top of this one. It is just so versatile. Maybe soon you're gonna see a little video, a little post with me showing you all the different ways that you can wear this one, just giving you ideas, of course. And let me just go ahead and put it on for you guys to see. And please notice that it does, I'm not sure, I'm gonna check anyway, but I think it has a great discount going on right now. And I'm telling you, this the material on this is just amazing. I think you guys are gonna love it. It is a bestseller, so I really recommend that you guys try it. Remember, you will not know until you try it. Make sure that nobody tells you about it. Make sure that you find out by yourself or for yourself, I should say. And I'm gonna show it to you with this top, of course, just for convenience, because that's what I'm wearing right now. But you definitely can mix and match in so many ways, so many ways. I'm usually very hesitant when it comes to stuff like this because of my size, because of my wide hips. I'm always worried, how is it gonna look? Is it gonna fit me? That's one of the things that I'm always concerned. But this one was so easy. When I saw that it was from Ekouaer, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get in there, I'm sure. So this one, I'm gonna show you from, close, up close. Look at those, the ribbed material is kind of stripy, okay, but it's super flexible, as you can see, and it has this beautiful v-neck. It is super plungy, okay, so if you if you're very daring, more like me, because I'm just more on the modest side, but this would be so cute with a little tank top or just a tube top, I'm sorry, on the inside, maybe just like even like a bralette style, and then this on top, it would just look so cute, because it has this opening on the side, so you're gonna be showing that. Just beautiful. So I mean, this something that I probably, maybe I would wear, I'm not sure, but it will look just so great. Look at those pockets. Look at the pockets, and I love that it gives you like extra room in this area right here. So my belly is kind of concealed, but it feels super comfy. Nothing is, like holding me here. But I love those pockets. I think the pockets really help a lot with the look. okay? They do help with the concealing of the belly. It's kind of like, is it there, is it not there? And I love this, okay? Very stretchy. It has an elastic right there, so plenty of room, that you're not gonna be worried about, you know, coming up, coming down. It's gonna stay there. I love that. Let me show you how it looks from the side. Okay, a lot of room. I just want to make sure that you see that. And the back is so pretty. Look at that. The back is so pretty, so youthful. I love it. And you can show, you know, whatever it is that you're wearing on the inside, you can show it right here. Notice that it kind of hints to all of this area right there. So you can just wear it with a cami, or, you know, with a bodysuit underneath. You know, the ones that look kind of like swimwear. So I mean, it is just so pretty. It is just something that it feels comfortable, and it has a good fit, and, you know, it looks super feminine because of that material. You know, the cuts is just so pretty. It has these stripes over here. The straps, I'm sorry, that are adjustable too. So if you like even more a relaxed fit on top, you can easily just make sure that you can adjust this, and, you know, it's gonna have that fall that also looks very chic, very boho, and you're gonna rock it. And of course, you know, I'm wearing it with another V-line underneath. You can always make some contrasting lines over there, and it would also give it a little bit of an extra va-va-boom. So what do you guys think of this one? So many options with this one, with this guy. And like I said, perfect for summer, these hot days of summer, and the transition into the fall too. You can definitely play with this one. All right. I don't want to take it off, okay? That's why I'm taking my time. Because it feels so comfy, and I feel so good in it. Really good. So, and it looks like to me, it looks so, I don't know, it just looks feminine. It almost looks like professional. I don't know. There's something about this one that is not just your regular super sporty kind jumpsuit. Of course, you can always, you know, dress it down, but I love that you can dress it up. That's my favorite part of it. That's my favorite part, and it kind of works well with the sleeves on this top, don't you think? And if you check out the prices of both, you are gonna get a pretty good outfit, you know, for a very good deal. So check it out. I think you're gonna like it. Okay. And the last piece that I have for you guys today is this dress that I also feel like it would be great for that transition from summer and into the fall. I love to have pieces that are transition pieces that I can, you know, I can manage between two different seasons. That, to me, that's great, especially because I live in North Carolina, and, you know, the weather here is just so, I don't want to say unpredictable, because you can count on its unpredictability. So it is kind of predictable in that sense. But, you know, you can have very hot days, and then in the middle, like that night, it was like a ridiculously cold. So when you live in zones like this, you really have to prepare your closet, because you cannot just put everything away. You know, yes, okay, so summer's gone, let me just put everything away, and now we're into fall. So because of that, I have specific pieces that I can use for both. For example, this guy right here, I'm gonna go put it on and I will be back to show you. So to me, that's very important, you know, that you make sure that you have your closet prepared for the area where you live. And, you know, lately the weather has been a little bit crazy. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. It wouldn't be a bad idea, no matter where you are, to have some transition pieces, of course. And even if it's summertime, sometimes you just go to places that the AC is just blaring, and maybe you were outside with a very summery dress, but then when you go inside, it's super cold, and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I gonna do now, right? Let me just get this ready here to show you or to tell you. Okay, so this dress, yes, look at this. I love how flowy it is, and the material is lovely. It is stretchy, okay, but it also has a little bit of a fall, so I it feels like it falls in place. I love the top, okay? This is just with very wide straps over here. Is lovely, just like the tank top that I was showing you before. The little bit of a not so plungy neckline, right? So I like it. I like it like that because it's more modest, but it also allows for some decorations, right? You can put some necklaces that are gonna be very pretty, and notice that it has these pockets, and they're very, very big pockets. Notice that my hand's open right there. And there's plenty of room, so definitely your phone is gonna be able to fit in there. You're gonna be able to fit it in there. I love that it's very cinched right here in the waist area, and it does open up on the hips. So this dress is really, really good if you have like a pear-shaped body. All right, but I am sure that you can always use a belt to style it, even if you have a different body style, because it's kind of giving you a little bit of that shape. Now, I love the uneven hemline. You see that? I love that because I always tell you that an uneven hemline is gonna balance out, anything else that's going on over here. So for me, it's great. It works great with my very wide hips, that uneven hemline. So this one comes in many different colors too. I just wanted something that was a little bit different. I told you that I was trying to have fun with the fabric that I chose and the designs, and this is very, very unique. That's why I liked it. And I don't know, it looks very boho, and I liked it. All right, because it kind of reminds me of the tie-dyes that we used to do when we were little, or that I used to do when I was little. So the fabric is very stretchy, and like I always tell you, I'm always looking for the fit right here under the arms, because that is something that I like. It covers me. It's not showing everything in there. So this was it. This is the last one, and I'm wearing a double extra large. This one is also on sale. Again, it depends. Oh, okay. So depending on the style, on the design of the fabric, and depending on the size, many of them have discounts. So look for those, okay? You can see it. Oh my goodness, there is one that is so cute. It's called 02 Black, and it has some super huge like leaf designs. Go check it out. If you live in a like tropical zone, you're gonna love that one. So this one comes in small all the way to double extra large. Okay, and it does have many different ones. There's one that is called actually tie-dye, that is more tie-dye than this one, and I'm just seeing it right now. So that's what I say. Make sure that you see them all before you order. And I'm wearing the double extra large. What can I do with this one? You can always put on a cardigan. You can always put on a blazer over top of it. You can wear a button up, button down top, and it's gonna look amazing too. So that is what I had for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure that you follow me so that you can get notifications every time I'm on here, and make sure that you go to my storefront. Now everything is all the way back up again. So make sure that you go on there and you see all of those styling videos and just the details of the clothing, so that you can make an informed decision about what you're getting. And more videos are coming up because I have so many new pieces that need to be in there and so many things that I need to show you guys. So make sure that you follow me so that you don't lose them, okay? So thank you very much. Thanks Zeagoo, thank you Pinspark, and thank you Ekouaer for all of the beautiful pieces and everything that is so useful. I love it, and I know my girls loved it too. So thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye. Thanks.